In this video, I will discuss the alleged career-ending diss that would have been aimed at Kanye West and Pusha T that Drake shelved. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. A brief timeline was Pusha T had some words for Drake on Infrared, and in response, Drake would release Duppy Freestyle, and in response to that, Pusha T would drop the story of Adidon. After the story of Adidon, people were waiting on Drake's response, but Jay Prince would come out to say that Drake would not be responding. There's this notion that there was never a diss record to begin with, which I believe is just nonsense. I can't understand how people truly believe that Drake heard the story of Adidon and was like, well, there's no coming back from that. Drake did briefly explain why he didn't drop the diss record in his Rap Radar interview. But when things started to die down and it was pretty known that Drake wasn't going to respond, there was talks of Kim Kardashian being the trump card that Drake had up his sleeve. There was this one Everyday Struggle episode where academics said that he had talked to a few people who said they had heard this record that Drake had. And he said that they said if Kanye was to hear this record, or if this record was to ever come out, Kanye would jump off a building, which makes me think, what would Drake say that could have Kanye so hysterical? There was this post that I saw a long time ago that I couldn't retrieve, and I don't know if there's any veracity to this post. It kind of surfaced after the Pusha T vs Drake exchange, and it stated that one of the reasons why Kanye had a breakdown was because he had actually found out that Drake and Kim had slept together. Again, I'm not too sure if that's true, but that's just something I saw during that time period. There's this infamous thread that this user called tmorrison24 posted on Twitter, kind of giving his insight on that specific rumor. But this is all conjecture. I'm not trying to state this as a fact. I don't think Drake had anything on Pusha. There was rumblings of something about Pusha snitching, but that just sounds like hogwash. He probably would have just gave Pusha a couple of bars, but I think Kanye would have faced the brunt of the diss, if I'm being honest. There's a lot of bars on Scorpion that kind of hint at the idea of this rumor of Drake and Kim sleeping together being true. Songs like Talk Up, where he raps his lyrics, and these lines are pretty ambiguous. This could be aimed at anyone. Talk Up is quite an aggressive song, and he does have a bar which kind of references his loss to Pusha T. 8 Out of 10 is also another song where Drake seems to be hinting at something. The repetition of your wifey is like he is alluding to something, possibly the rumor of him and Kim being true. I do also think he is poking fun at Pusha a little bit. If I remember correctly, one of the reasons why Pusha said he went so hard against Drake is because Drake had brought up his fiancée in Duppy. Side note, the cadence Drake uses when he says your wifey is the same cadence that you can hear on Kanye West's Runaway track featuring Pusha T, where the sample background vocals say look at you. I think this was deliberate of Drake. I used to think Finesse was about Kim, but I think it might be about Bella Hadid. She did come out and deny anything happening between the two, but there is evidence to suggest otherwise. And then there's this bar on Sicko Mode, which I'm a little conspiracy theorist on. He raps his lyrics about creeping down the block and paying a price. And in my mind, this could mean the price he paid for sleeping with Kim was him being exposed by Pusha. I could be completely misinterpreting that bar, but Drake could be acknowledging the karma he got for doing what he did. Then there's this bar on Mob Ties where he raps his lyrics, and this to me is further testimony that there was a diss track and it would have been directed at both Kanye and Pusha. I think the coffin refers to the diss track, and he ad-libs 2 at the end of the bar, implying that it was for both Kanye and Pusha. So I guess the conclusion being that most likely Drake would have divulged that he and Kim had some sort of tryst, and maybe might have revealed something on Pusha or his brother, which I doubt, and I don't think that would have worked. Pusha dropped a bomb on Drake, and in response, Drake would have dropped a bomb on Kanye, not Pusha, which wouldn't really look good considering Pusha is the one that Drake needs to eliminate or defeat in this situation. People were already saying that Duppy was aimed at Kanye more than Pusha, which I strongly disagree with. I do think this diss would have done some damage, but I don't think Drake would have came out on top. To me, it sounds like Drake was going to stoop down to Pusha's level and just be malicious with it, to the point where he doesn't care about proving he raps better or he's the better MC. And if you kind of understand Drake, you would know that's not really in his character. Drake kind of had to bite his tongue in this situation because he has more to lose, in my opinion. It is a shame. I really did want to hear this diss, but I guess you can't have everything. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.